So Abby Losi will serve, with her Rams just 5 points away from clinching the second set. Ellie Davis into the middle. And Capital somehow is able to knock it across, and they get the point. Snap is good. Hold is good. The kick is blocked. Coming around the edge. Dominique Pace got his hands on it. This could be a potential play developing here as Newman's able to get inside the 18. Newman still going with it. Newman able to find the ball and knocks it into the back of the net. And there's the goal from outside. And now Avery Sucati is serving to give Curtis the lead in the fourth set. Knocking this one across was Kendall Weiss. Excellent hustle play once again from Kate Harris. And maneuvering this one across was Medchill. Now near side, Weiss again, Harris with the dig. Sucati from the back line gets it to Sanchez, goes right back over to Baker. Now Harris sets up Ensign. Sanchez once again comes sliding in. Thompson from the 10-foot line, shut down by Baker, and Curtis wins the point. They're up 17-16. 5:15 and counting here left in this third quarter. Myers, he'll air it out deep, has a man all alone, and the catch is made. Jacob Ford dodges a defender at the 30. He has a convoy in front of him. Jacob Ford is going to score. Again, special teams having an effect. We saw Napavine struggle to recover that kickoff right at the end of the half. And I'm sure that's another thing that Coach Fay was stressing at the half to the kickoff unit. You cannot give Okanagan another free possession.
Yeah, never give up extra possessions to a team like this Okanagan squad.
And especially when you're trailing, too, in the state title game. Unforced errors, they're magnified even more in the state playoffs. Denalton Shields back deep to return for Napavine. Haven't seen either one of them return one yet. It's been the upbacks for Napavine that have had to try and navigate this special teams unit. On the ground again. This time it's going to be fielded by Shields. Bounced off of his hands and rolls out of bounds at the 18.
Boy, that was dangerous.
Oh, a lucky break there. Aiden Grooms, I believe, on the far side was screaming up the sideline for Okanagan and nearly was able to find the football, but it took a fortunate Napavine bounce out of play. And the Tigers have to start inside their own 20. 10:29 remaining in the third quarter.
You know that's a scary time for Shields as that ball's 12 feet in the air off of him, and he can do nothing.
And out of reach, too. Wilson looking to throw. And a couple of receivers in the area. That was Shields and Denault. Maybe a little miscommunication there. It's incomplete, 2nd and 10. We haven't talked about this enough, I don't think, for Okanagan, but how about this secondary? They have had themselves a ball game because there have been a couple of throws to the end zone that they were able to erase and deep passes other than the one for Landrum that he was able to rip away from the defender, which nearly could have been an interception. They've been pretty perfect thus far.
Yeah, the secondary's been impressive.
Wilson sends Denault in motion. They get into the hands of the playmaker. Jukes a couple of defenders. Tumbles ahead to the 24. It's a gain of 6. And now that instead making it 3rd and long, it's 3rd and manageable as Napavine, they were 4 of 6 on 3rd downs in the first half.
This may be early for 4-down territory.
Certainly if they get anything going forward there, you'd have to think that's at least on the radar for Coach Fay. He doesn't want to have to make that decision, though. He'd like to pick up all 4 yards here on 3rd and 4. Let's find out. Denault in motion. They fake it to Denault. Shields. He is wrapped up. Great tackle. Eric Timontois again with another timely tackle, and he wrapped up Shields, who does get 2 yards. But without that tackle, Shields has at least a 1st down.
Second effort, a friendly spot for Okanagan. Can you believe this? That's Colin Shields' first catch of the game.
Again, credit that Bulldog secondary. They haven't even allowed him. They've targeted him a couple of times, but they haven't allowed him to make that reception until then.
Well, time to go for broke.
4th and 2. The ball at the 26. Von Pressenton's in the backfield with Wilson. They haven't used him yet. It's Wilson. Up the middle. Lost the football. Okanagan has got it. Brennan Smith with the recovery. The senior with 3 interceptions on the year comes up with a huge fumble recovery. Might have been Steele Rico who jarred that one free with his shoulder pad. And Okanagan gets the ball at the 28. They're up 2 scores, and they're looking to pounce.
Unforced errors have hurt Napavine up to this point.
Huffstetler goes up the middle for 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7. How about that play from Brennan Smith? He's been out in coverage a couple of times for Okanagan. And that is another player that is stepping up to make a play. It's not just the star of Carter Kukenbu. It has been his supporting cast. Kukenbu to the air. Zips it to the far side. It's incomplete. 3rd and 7. Now an interesting predicament here for Okanagan. Do they try and go through the air again where they have had some success with the deep ball? Or do they try Kukenbu where we just saw him scamper for 34 yards on the ground for the touchdown?
Again, Kukenbu's good, but you take this line away from him, and
yeah,
he doesn't do what he does.
Very rare do you see this big of a line in any class, let alone the 2B ranks. It's something Okanagan's known for. They'll go with Steele Rico. Plunges ahead for 3. We'll bring up 4th down, but now it's 4th and short rather than 4th and long, and I think that's what Coach Judd was looking for. Get themselves closer to the line to gain.
And if you're Napavine, you put a big X on number 24. Make sure he doesn't make you pay.
4th and 4. Okanagan needs to get to the 18. They'll pitch it to the outside. Mendenhall has a blocker downfield, and Mendenhall is caught at the 4-yard line.
Good pursuit there because I thought he was gone.
Inside the 5-yard line, and they ran the old triple option play. And the vision of Kukenbu to pull it away from Steele Rico and pitch it to Mendenhall. And he picks up 19 yards on 4th down.
The option play does so much damage.
And now fumbled snap. And I believe Kukenbu is able to hop on top of it. Nearly disaster inside the 5. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Wow, how big could that have been if it were a turnover inside the 5 after that 4th down pickup? Kukenbu heads back under center. Calls his own number. Napavine, they were ready for it. And they stack him up.
Yeah, they left him nothing there.
Von Pressington was in on the stop. Tommy Debach, among others. Looked like Denault was in there as well. No gain, and now it's 3rd and goal. Just under 7 minutes time remaining in the 3rd quarter. Okanagan already with 1 score in the quarter. It's Kukenbu, straight ahead. And Kukenbu, he's in. It's another touchdown for Okanagan. And when you need a big play, you go to your superstar, and that's what Carter Kukenbu just did.
Look at the blocking from the offensive line for Okanagan to give room for the quarterback Kukenbu to find his 4th touchdown, matching his all-purpose count from last season.
Going for 2, as Okanagan has done all day. This time Kukenbu, play action, dumps it off, and Morgan makes the grab and has the 2-point conversion. Austin Morgan, the senior tight end. And it is 30-7, Okanagan with the lead. 6:38 left in the 3rd quarter. We'll step aside for a quick break.
James.
And welcome back to the WIAA State Football Championships presented by the Seattle Seahawks on the NFHS Network and powered by the Eli Sports Network. 30-7 is the lead for Okanagan here in the 2B State Championship game. And the Bulldogs will kick it off. This time they go deep. Shields will field it at his 6. Full head of steam for Colin Shields. Breaks through. And Colin Shields will not be caught. 94 yards on the kickoff return for a touchdown.
And that is exactly why they've been kicking the ball short, and I suspect that's all we'll see the rest of this game.
We said special teams. Is that the play for Napavine?
That's the start. You kick it to the threat on the kickoff return. Colin Shields shows why you stay away from him on the kick. And a brilliant kickoff return. Look at the blocks from the kickoff team for Napavine to open the lane for Shields. And then there's his speed on full display. They're right back in this game.
There wasn't another player in the picture for the remaining 40 yards at least. And now Napavine going for 2. This would make it a 15-point game. Wilson rolling to the near side, looking over the middle, and it is intercepted by Brennan Smith. Getting his hand on it again, Braden Meyer swatting that away, and the 2-point attempt is no good. Well, there's your answer for Napavine, 30-13.